What's up, y'all? It's your boy Big Steve back at it again, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Monster Hunter Wilds and my view on it and how it's going so far. So let's dive in. So, a bit about my Monster Hunter experience in total. I originally played the first Monster Hunter on PlayStation 2. I think it was back in like 2004, maybe 2005, whatever. I was really young at the time. I played the shit out of the game. I almost had all the Black Dragon armor, which each piece required a Rathalos plate. And that's one thing I'm going to say about Monster Hunter Wilds, is all the rare items are super easy to get. Back in the original Monster Hunter, now I know there's been many titles since, but back in the original, to get one Rathalos plate, you could potentially put anywhere from 1 to maybe 50 hours to get one plate. So you needed, I think, 5 total to get the full Black Dragon armor set. And you also needed some for certain weapons. So that's something I miss in Wilds, is those items you can really put the grind in for. So I originally played the Monster Hunter on the PlayStation 2, and then I stopped playing because I got disconnected from the Monster Hunter series because it went to PSP and so on and so on. So I jumped back in Monster Hunter World, and I found the same thing in World. There was nothing that you could really farm for if you wanted to. There was nothing there. I will say about World, which Wilds has the same problem also. The endgame armor sets, you're usually choosing between 2. Now in World, it was Fatalis and Velkhana Y. And in Wild, it's either Gore or Arkvelds. So I just kind of wish they had more armor sets like to mix and match with. I get it, certain abilities are gonna be used more than others. Like a lot of people are gonna, like I have level 5 Agitator. So people are gonna go for Agitator, no matter what you mix and match. But you know, I always like to be able to mix and match a bunch of different sets, be able to make unique things. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now I will say, Wilds, the gameplay is great. I think they've done a great job overall. The combat is smooth. Overall, I never had any problems with running the game. Every now and then you might get some messed up pixels, but that was about it. The main 3 weapons I used in Wilds, which I will say was the Sword and Shield, which if you're a new to Monster Hunter Wilds, Sword and Shield is going to be like one of your best weapons. It has high damage output, high mobility, and is great at blocking. It does everything you need to do, and it's great at it. My second weapon was the Charge Blade. Right now, I think it has the fastest clear time speed for Arkveld, Tempered Arkveld. So, I always play Charge Blade in World. I like it in Wilds. I just hate how you have to get to your Savage Axe mode for the chainsaw. It's you either got to do a perfect block or you got to hit a wound. It's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. It's whatever. Still a great weapon. High damage output. If you just like swinging on a big axe, you're going to love the Charge Blade. And the other weapon I'm using is Light Bowgun. Now, they've done a great job with the light bow gun. When you get good at the dodge and shooting, you're just dodging around the whole place, shooting like a machine gun. It's great. It's fun. The weapons, they've done a great job with all the weapons. The only one I can complain about from World to Wilds is the Hunting Horn. I was a Hunting Horn main in World. I really missed the spin to win or the high damage output. I always used like DPS meters in World to see where I was I never said I was better than anybody or anything like that. But with the Hunting Horn, I was able to out damage a lot of the other players in World. In World, it's good. It can do the high damage. I can get like 300 or 400 hits. So it's like just as strong as Hammer. But I've really missed the spin to win. And that's pretty well all I got to say about weapons. They're all good. You play what you like. If you like a weapon, play it, get good at it. That's the thing about with all weapons. A lot of them have a certain skill ceiling. Once you get there, you get pretty good at it. Also, we're going to talk about the monsters a little bit. Overall, campaign, it was good. The story is kind of, it's whatever. You just get through it. I don't really care about it. For me, Monster Hunter is all about the end game. It's all about the farming. It's all about the prepping. That's what Monster Hunter is to me. Story, I could care less. I will say the story was easy, which is good because I get it. For new players, you want to keep them, you don't want to give them something too hard. Yes, World was harder. But I get why they made Wilds easier. Now, my only problem is the tempered fights at the end game in Wilds. They're pretty easy. Back in World, like a lot of the hard fights, you could do them between 10 to 15 minutes. And like 10 minutes, it was pretty good for the average player. I'm not talking about speedrunners. I'm an average player. I'm doing tempered fights anywhere between 4 to 8 minutes in Wilds. On average, I would say 5 to 6 minutes. That's super quick. Compared to Monster Hunters in the past, most fights were anywhere from, like I said, 10 to 15 minutes. So I kind of hate how short the fights are. So they are releasing an update DLC soon enough. So when they bring in I think it's the Arc Tempered they're bringing in, I hope it makes the fights a lot harder. I like the challenge. It's like when you got to Alatreon or Raging Bracky in Worlds, they were a bit of a challenge when you first got there. Raging Bracky, once you get Garrett, he's kind of not so bad, but he still hits hard. Alatreon, for a lot of players, it took a lot of players time to get used to him. It took me a lot of time to get used to him and figure it out and how to fight him. And Fatalis, the other big one. I know these came a lot later. Fatalis was another very hard one. You had to get geared for him. You had to go do your guiding lines, upgrade all your stuff, get everything ready. For the average player now, we're talking, to solo Fatalis. Because if he hits you once or twice, you're pretty well dead. So I just hope they bring a challenge to Wilds, because it's not there right now. Another thing I just want to touch on, this is my personal opinion. World had this problem as well. Most people, they want to capture the monster. No, I got no problem with that, but it's like every fight, especially if you're going doing party play with randoms, it's like capture. Personally, I love killing the monster. It's just who I am. It's like what I like to do. I know it adds an extra 2 or 3 minutes to fight depending on the monster, but that's what I hate. It's just everybody captures. Even for those speed runs I watch, they all capture, and I hate to see it. So I wish they kind of changed the capturing how it works. Maybe it should be harder to trank a monster, or maybe the monster has a chance of getting out of your trap. I don't know. This is a personal thing. You can take it whatever way you want, but that's it. Another thing I'm going to touch on real quick is the Palico. I've played without him just for my own challenges. He's definitely very strong. What I don't understand is why they give your Palico all the movesets, everything. He got everything. You got a blight or an ailment on you, you're getting cured. You know what I mean? In the previous Monster Hunters, you could pick what your Palico did. Like he was good at one thing, or he was good at this one. In Wilds, he has the whole tool set. That's a personal dislike for me. I hope they nerf it really, because as soon as you get down 25% health, oh, I'm coming with a heal. As soon as you get ailment or blight, oh, I'm coming with this. Most of the effects don't really affect you anymore. It doesn't matter. You could get punished, pushed around. It doesn't matter. Your Palico's there to save you. And on top of all that, he can do paralysis, poison. He could do all kinds of shit. So hopefully they change that in the future. Maybe that's just, like I said, I get they made the game easier, and I'm okay with that. I understand it, but it's too strong. And that brings us into your mount. Personally, I don't use the mount. Don't use it for any situation, scenario. Don't care about it. But I'm after watching people's gameplay and every chance they're using the mount to get out of this, get out of that. I think it's a bit of a cheesy gameplay, and that's my opinion. But as a Monster Hunter player, I always thought, like, you're in the battle, you're in there, there's nothing to come in and save you but you. You have to play good and understand how to play the game, understand the monsters. So that's what I find. A lot of people aren't really understanding the monsters and their techniques and their move sets. They're just, oh, something's about to happen. Bang, secret, got out of there. So that's it for that. I know that's in the game. It's probably going to stay the way it is, so no sense of bitching about that. Now, for my overall on Monster Hunter Wilds, like I said, I got, I think, about 200 hours into this game. HR 162. I never really grinded for my hunter rank. I did all kinds of different things. I could definitely be higher. That's not a problem. I will say that for me, the game's either a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. It has everything it needs. It is a good game as it is right now. Do I think it could have some more stuff? Yes. I think a lot of people will agree with me on that. The end game needs a few touch-ups. Some things need some changes. But overall, it's a great game. I would recommend anyone to buy it and get playing with your friends, because hunting monsters together is some of the best experiences I've had. And you should play this game too. Now, that's all I got to say about Monster Hunter Wilds. That's it for this video. Hit the subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.